Alright, well, I just hit 10,000 miles on these Cooper STT Pros. And I know that's not relatively a lot, but I figured I'd go ahead and give kind of my opinion on them so far and try to lower this light down so it's more directly on the tire. This is the back tire. I do need to rotate these, but you can see not a lot of tread wear, to be honest. Where you can tell how much we've lost is right in the corners. Try to get that light right where it shines. Yeah. You can tell that that is not a full thing anymore, because that used to be a full oval. Trying to get it. Alright, yeah, that used to be a full oval, and there was just a little bit above that. But it's got even tread wear so far, as you can see. See, like, this is the same as one of those that you probably can't see with the light very well. Like that. So it's got even tread wear so far, and it doesn't look too tall or low on the outside, so I'm running a good air pressure as well. I run right under between 35 and 40 PSI. I think I run right at 40, because under that it shows the low tire pressure, so I run between like 40 and 42. Does good on road and soaks up most of the bumps, and you know, no issues out of the rims. They're dirty, but that's about it. That's the only thing on it. Never been curved or anything, so that's great. I've hit, you can see pretty close where I'm rubbing like there on a really big curb at the school. Very not great place that they put it in. Yeah. So I've been pretty happy with these tires so far. They've done really great in mud. I got them a little bit in the snow and ice, but you know, it's Arkansas, so not much. But from what I did ask some people, just kind of like, hey, I never get to drive in snow and ice. What are your opinions? And everyone I talked to said that these tires were great in snow and ice. And so it's not my word, but take their word for what it's worth, I think, because they didn't have any reason to lie about it, so I trusted them. But yeah, so they've got great tread wear. They're a little bit loud. They started out honestly quieter than the Toyos on the Jeep, but they are definitely louder now. Like when people, like even people that have other off-road tires, like I've got a buddy that I just posted a bunch about on the Mickey Thompson MTZ, and he's like, and those are, I mean, they're not a super aggressive tire, but they definitely are pretty good off-road and everything. And he was just saying like, wow, you know, these are a lot louder than what I've got even, and he's in a Jeep, so that kind of says something. But honestly, I like the road noise. It's kind of soothing. Like, it's not like overbearing like mud grapplers or anything like that. But it cleans out. I'm not gonna say it cleans out well, because y'all have seen the videos. First time we've been stuck in this thing. Man, we're rutting this bad. Yeah, it cakes over a lot just like that. And so it's not like perfect, but with some wheel speed, which in that video I had 4 low end on to turn the tires better, in my opinion. I thought like maybe if I had more torque I could spin them good. And I've always done that with 4-wheelers, but trucks are different because they have more power apparently, so you need more wheel spin because they have more power and less traction. So it's kind of a trade-off between a 4-wheeler and a truck. But these are 295 by 70 R18, which means it is 295 millimeters wide, and then divided by 70 is the height, so it's a 34.2, I believe, and then an 18-inch rim, 34.2 inches, that is, roughly. I don't know how many millimeters that is or whatever, but that's how you read that tire. I've had so many people tell me the other way around, but it's not like the 35 by 12.5 R20 that we have on the Jeep, because metric does it width first, then height, then rim. The standard one does like the inches high, then the inches wide, then the inches in the wheel. But yeah, so good tread depth. This has opened up a lot since these little grooves have opened up a lot since I first got them. They were like pushed together like nothing between when I first got these tires. But I'm sure that's just kind of normal. I've seen other people's do that. So it's not really, it's kind of like a extra little space for water to get it. I think it's called a siping, water siping or something like that. So that's not bad. I do like how much wider the lugs are than the Toyos. That's very interesting. You saw in the original post when I first got the tires. These tires are wearing great too. We're almost at 20,000 with them. Wow, dang. We're at 17,000 miles because this Jeep had literally less than 100 miles when we put those tires on. They're now at 17. Just rotated well. And golly, those haven't worn much at all, to be honest. That's pretty impressive that they're still, and that's all highway miles. My truck's been off-road, but Jeep, we've never taken off-road. We took it off-road semi one time. But the truck's what we always take duck hunting and stuff, because it'll pull a trailer and go through mud and stuff, which comes in handy. Yeah, the Jeep we've never really done much with. But I'd like to get a review of like which one does better in mud, but then you're comparing a Jeep, which is super lightweight, to a truck, which is heavy, and the Jeep has lockers, truck doesn't, stuff like that. And you start getting into really technical things like torque and horsepower and everything like that. But from what I've seen, the Toyos are not going to do as well in the mud as the Coopers, just because simply they have less spacing between, so there's less places for mud to fill up, basically. Makes the tire a little lighter, but it slicks over super fast. It's kind of like having a more of a street tire that doesn't have many grooves like this or high places. It will. I think that it'll still do most of the stuff that we've done with the truck. It may have gotten stuck a couple times, but honestly, we haven't done anything too bad yet with either vehicle. So yeah, I'll have a review of the lift coming up too. We've got probably 12,000 miles on the lift, and so we've got 10,000 on the Toyos, I'll do a video of 17,000 miles on the Toyos, 10,000 on the Coopers. I said that wrong a second ago, I think. And then I've got 12,000 on the lift. So I'll get you another video in just a little bit.